Well, welcome back everybody. It's been a few weeks and we're in the shop. Today I'm going to show you a little bit of what I was working on yesterday. I was probably in here for about 6 hours, maybe 7 hours. And I was working on a lawn tractor behind me here. Yep, so here we go. I did some mistakes when I first mounted up the controllers. So in the other videos, you'll see these controllers mounted vertically against this plate here. And I didn't realize that if the controllers are mounted vertically, they don't work. There's a tilt sensor inside. So then I had to change it and built up these little brackets, mounted it horizontally, and lo and behold, it works. Works really good. So here I have the load shunts for the meters, on the dash there. So I have one for the meter for the main motor, which actually I don't have in right now. I used to have a main motor here, but I have a problem with it. It turns clockwise and I need it to turn counterclockwise. So I have to figure out how to get that DC motor to turn counterclockwise, and swapping the leads on it so the polarity has changed actually doesn't make it turn from clockwise to counterclockwise. So I don't, it's got to be an internal wiring or the armatures, or I'm not that up to speed on that kind of stuff, so I have to figure that out. Once I can get that motor spinning counterclockwise, then I'm good to go for the drive mechanism, because it actually I only ran it for a few seconds, but if I pushed the pedal forward, the tractor went backwards, and then if I push the pedal, these are the pedals here, so this one you push forward, the tractor goes forward, and this one the tractor goes backwards. So I knew for a fact that I had the pump running backwards. I probably shouldn't have. Oh, I only ran it for a few seconds, so hopefully I didn't mess up the pump in the transaxle. I don't think I did, but anyways, the motor, yes, I have to get it spinning counterclockwise. So if you guys have an idea of how I can do that and how I can wire it, please tell me, because I don't know. So anyways, here's the dash, and so what I've done is the key acts as the same as the main. So this is going to be for the main motor. You can hear the relay turn on, and then this is the load meter, and it tells you, of course, everything you need to know here for how much power it takes. And now this is the deck one, and it's the same thing. You pull the I'm trying to get a good angle on this. It's just, on a typical riding mower, to get the deck to come on, you pull this. So I've wired that up for the relays. Now this one, I have one motor hooked up down there just to show you. But so I had to, with the way these Ryobi controllers, they obviously have lockouts and stuff like that. So I had to wire in a switch down here. I think you can see it in the camera. So once the switch goes on, then all three motors will go on, but I'll just show you here how this motor goes on. There you go. So yeah, the bearings need to be replaced either as well. And you can see the load meter change as well as I turn it on, shut it off. So there we go. Shut that down, shut that down. So as for the deck, these Ryobi 40 volt lawnmower motors worked out almost perfect. I had to modify not much. The motor, you can see here, it sits inside the hole here. I had to have it up this high because this is exactly where the blades rode at this height on the original blades with the original mounts and what do you call these things, the drives or whatever. So the only thing is the holes here on the motors are metric, so I just drilled them out just a little bit, only a few thou, to be 1/4 inch, and then I had to auger out, or elongate this hole here on all four sides about a little over 1/16 of an inch. And then the other thing I had to do too was I had to hit it with a hammer here because this was a little more round. And then I hit it with the hammer on all these four sides, and then the motor slipped right in. And then I used some nuts, and mounted it up like that. But you can see the tip clearance. It's perfect. Like, they're not going to obviously hit each other. So that's about what it was with the Cub Cadet. So really happy about that. Yeah, all the wiring's done, and it's all run down there. So I just put a shielding. Oh, here we go. I just covered the wires, and I have 3 separate wires. One for, of course, this motor here that hasn't been installed yet. And these Molex plugs sit on there really tight. So I'll be able to remove the deck anytime I want. But yeah, the hole here on this guy wasn't quite a 1/4 inch. And it was only a few thou. It drilled out super simple. But yeah, so this motor now should fit through. I think I already hit this one with a hammer. Yeah, it does. So it's gonna sit. I'll try to keep the cable pointing back a bit. Maybe one more. I don't know. Probably like that. So I still have to auger out, or I still have to grind this out. I use a file actually to open this hole up a bit so the bolt's perfectly lined up. And then I had to modify, typical modifying, eh? I had to modify a nut, and I cut the edge of the nut off. Oh, where's the camera? I cut the edge of the nut off so you can kind of see. I ground it down, and it actually fits really nice in the in this radius here. Let's see if I get that back out without. There we go. So now the nut, where's the radius? There it is. Fits in the radius, and that, believe it or not, that's how close it has to be. And you can see how much I'm gonna have to grind out. It looks like, yeah, it's probably more than 1/8 of an inch, but it's probably an 1/8 of an inch. Anyways, it's all working out well. Everything's all wired up. If I can figure out that motor, then I'm good to go for the drive motor. And yeah, everything's wired up. The loads all work. Everything works. Yeah, so we're good. I'm curious to see how long these lead acid batteries are going to last. I don't suspect they're going to last too long. If I can get a ½ an hour out of them, man, I'd be happy. Like, if I can, ½ an hour on the mower, that's good enough for me. I have a lot of grass to cut here, so it takes about an hour to cut the grass. So whatever, I'll cut the grass, half of it, and then take a break for a few hours and let the batteries charge up, and then cut it again. I don't know. So at least the gas mileage will be good. So yeah, no gas, yay. Yeah, we'll see. Still snow on the ground, and it's gonna be a couple months yet, because it is February. Oh man, I always get this, well, I don't always get it wrong, but I get it wrong most of the time. Like 23rd. I think it's the 23rd or something like that. Anyhow, yeah, so we still got a couple months to go, but it'd be nice to have it all done and ready to go when I need it. Okay, that's a short video. And sorry I haven't been taking videos very much in the last few weeks, but I'll try to do better. Yeah, I'll keep you informed. And like I said, if you guys have any idea how to change that motor from going clockwise and I need to go counterclockwise, or how to wire it or whatever, please let me know. All right, have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.